president's counterparts who will be in attendance at the UN this week have not gotten vaccinated. Some have had COVID in the past. Any pause in sending the president into the UN General Assembly chamber and the potential that could be a super spreader?
We obviously take a range of precautions, including ensuring the president is tested. Obviously, he's vaccinated, but there's no intention to change our plans to have him deliver a speech there.
A couple quick questions approaching the line of questioning that Peter was asking you about, but perhaps approach from on behalf of people who look at what happened last week and were disappointed. They may be 6+ months out from their second shot, and they want a booster shot today.
Yeah.
They don't want to wait. Can you explain the process to those people and address their concerns? And in particular, get to the question of accountability, because it was the 8 health experts who surround the president, who are best known to the country, perhaps most trusted by the country, who suggested that this would be the week. Who were these people who were deciding that it shouldn't be this week, or that it shouldn't be people under the age of 65?
Well, even those 8 health experts who, you're right, put out the statement in August based on data that they had available to them as health experts, suggesting the waning influence, or the waning impact, I should say, the waning effectiveness of vaccines. They felt they had a responsibility to make their recommendations, their views, public to the American people. That's exactly what they did. There's also a process in place for a reason. And I would say, I think any of us would say, to anyone who's frustrated or who wants to have their booster shot now, that process is in place for a reason, so that you can trust what the final recommendation and the final outcome is. And it includes, obviously, last week, there was the FDA had their own review and their own process, a formal meeting of the advisory committee. ACIP is meeting this week, but this is not the last meeting. I think that's important for people to understand, and Dr. Fauci referenced this yesterday. There will be additional data. There will be additional data from probably Moderna, from J&J, others in the coming weeks. There'll be more data for people who are younger than 65. They will look at all of that. This is an ongoing process. This is not a decision that there will never be boosters for others. This is the first step in a process, a positive one in our view, about protecting more people. But it is also important to keep the FDA as the gold standard and ensure that process proceeds so people can trust their recommendations.